We'll take a look at our cage muscle tail of the tape in this lightweight semifinal. Slight reach advantage there for Akhmed Aliev on the arms. 2-inch reach advantage for Natan Schulte in the kicking exchanges. He's also 2 inches taller than the representative of Astrakhan, Russia, via Dagestan. Lilian Garcia starts this lightweight semifinal off.
Fight fans, it is time for the first semifinal in the lightweight playoffs. This is brought to you by the Air Force Reserve. To start your adventure with the Air Force, make sure you go to afreserve.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striker, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in 155 pounds. In 24 professional bouts, he has a record of 19 victories and 5 defeats. He is the number 4 seed, fighting out of Astrakhan, Russia. Here is Akhmed Aliev. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. In 22 professional bouts, he has a record of 18 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. He is the number 1 seed and last season's PFL Lightweight $1 Million Champion, fighting out of Ujale, Brazil, Natan Schulte. Your referee in charge, Yves Levine.
Yves Levine monitoring the semifinal action here. Natan Schulte, season 1 lightweight champion in the red. Akhmed Aliev in the gray. A touch of the gloves, and they'll get right to it. Natan Schulte coming forward. Aliev circling around the outside of this PFL smart cage. Nice low leg kick from Schulte and a body kick from Aliev.
I feel like this is the one style we haven't seen Natan Schulte have to face this season or last season. Powerful, good wrestling defense, creative with his striking. Natan Schulte likes to walk you down, wade through your shots, tie you up, toss you, beat you up from the top or submit you if you can.
Interesting change in the approach here early for Natan Schulte. Looks a little lighter on his feet, testing out some kicks here, Randy. Maybe willing to engage a striker in a striking battle.
I think he may be doing that just to get here, right here. Get Aliev to commit, and then from there he can get him where he needs him.
Wow, Aliev able to torque against that attempt there from Natan Schulte. Down to the mat.
Nice little foot wheel. Natan Schulte, that slick little judo foot wheel. And he pays it back and takes it right back to him.
Akhmed Aliev takes down Natan Schulte, puts him on his back, lands in side control. Unfamiliar territory for the season 1 champion.
Man, we saw the way Aliev tossed Magomed in the first fight, and we see his flexibility, how dynamic he is in the wrestling area of the fight. That's amazing.
Big right hand there as Aliev stands up out of the guard of Rousseau.
Nice little scramble by Rousseau. Natan doing a nice job coming out the back door, staying on that leg, and putting Aliev on his back now.
Little cut there maybe on the forehead of Akhmed Aliev. Natan Schulte now on top in the red shorts.
Now, all these situations are questions and answers to me. And the question a second ago, Aliev was asking Natan is, how much do you want it? Natan showed that he wanted enough to get back to his feet. Now, does Aliev want it as much?
Schulte on the back now of Akhmed Aliev.
Nice roll by Aliev to get Natan off his back and kind of peel him off of there, not give him any anchors, a way to secure himself on that back.
Halfway through round number 1, we have seen some high-level grappling exchanges here. Little wrestling, little judo, little jiu-jitsu. A reap there for Natan Schulte to try and get Aliev back down. But Aliev back to his feet.
Foot wheel, it's going to come again. That's the little trip.
There it is.
The wrong guy did it. I thought Schulte would go to it first, but Aliev beat him to the punch.
Second time we've seen it here in the first round from Akhmed Aliev. Inside the guard now of Natan Schulte.
I think Randy stole my crystal ball.
Punch from the bottom there. Nice strike from the bottom by Natan Schulte. Now Aliev postured over the season 1 champ. Body kick as Natan Schulte stands up. And he walks down Aliev.
This guy
lands.
just comes forward. He just wades through it all, Natan Schulte.
Schulte grabs the clinch, fires some knees. Aliev answers with some short uppercuts to the chin.
A little dirty boxing exchange here.
Interesting that Aliev not really trying to break that grip, that plum from Natan Schulte as the knees dig into his body and ribs. Another body shots answering from Akhmed Aliev.
And I feel like Aliev is partially blocking some of those knees. The ones that he's waiting on, he's catching them off of his wrist and forearm. And then firing back. He's willing to trade, and he feels like he's getting the better end of the deal because he's comfortable in this position.
Well, he is sneaking those short uppercuts.
A little payback.
Nice little body knee there by Akhmed Aliev, and the jab scores. Big striking exchange here. Akhmed Aliev lands a couple. Natan Schulte closes the distance, attempts to peel the foot of Akhmed Aliev and dump him back to the ground. Inside of 1 minute here, approaching 30 seconds left in round number 1. And I feel like we're being treated to true mixed martial arts display. We've seen a little bit of everything here. Muay Thai plum, we've seen some dirty boxing, some wrestling, some judo, some jiu-jitsu, a knee to the thigh for good measure.
This is fun. I'm having so much fun just watching this fight.
Both of these men putting a full arsenal of MMA on display here in round number 1. Glad I am not in a judge's seat as round number 1 comes to a close.
I'm glad I'm not in the cage.
Round 2 ahead. Randy, you predicted this one, so you get to walk us through the highlights.
Nice big body lock, gets his body weight up and sweeps that foot right out from underneath him and takes him straight to his back.
That was the first one from Aliev.
Nice punching combinations here, and Natan Schulte just seems to wade right through it. It doesn't phase him.
Hard to tell how that one would have been scored by the judges' cage side. The first of 3 semifinal rounds in the books. Opening of round 2, another touch of the gloves. Body shots there, and a right hand lands for Akhmed Aliev. Goes right back to the jab. Schulte appears to be unfazed even by these punches that land from Akhmed Aliev, continuing to move forward. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that style. Leg kick there from Russo Schultz. Body shot there from Aliev, glances off the midsection. Spinning back fist, blocked. Push kick.
It was a very hard leg kick by Natan Schulte. Buckled that lead leg of Aliev.
Right hand by Akhmed Aliev, searching, blocked. Oh, that one landed. Spins the jaw of Natan Schulte.
Remember, both these guys fought earlier tonight. Yes, Natan's fight was a short one, but Aliev went distance with a friend in a pretty contested fight, pretty well contested fight. And neither of these men are showing a lot of fatigue right now.
It is fight twice, win twice here in the PFL Playoffs. Nice knee to the body there. And a low leg kick. There's that push kick again. Uppercut misses for Aliev. And they get back to the strikes on the inside. Oh! Big toss there for Natan Schulte. Can he stay on top? North-south.
Aliev teetered there for a second and then finally went over.
Aliev digging for that underhook on the bottom here.
And he's not going to be able to get at the position that Natan's in.
Schulte.
But he's got to clear that arm now. Aliev's got to clear his right arm because Natan Schulte could be working for a head and arm choke. And he seems to be looking for it.
Climbing towards it now. Pushing the shoulder of Akhmed Aliev against his own neck. He'll attempt to step over here. He gets to the mount. Squeezing tight, shoulder pressure into the neck of Akhmed Aliev.
Aliev might be going out.
He might be going out.
He's out.
Akhmed Aliev is asleep.
He's out.
He's out. Technical submission. And Natan Schulte
choke.
Back-to-back trips to New York City for Natan Schulte, the Brazilian, attempting to repeat, grab another belt and another $1 million check. Yes! Eve, a lot of times we'll see guys step off the mount over all the way to the other side. Natan Schulte finished that one squeezing tight with downward shoulder pressure.
Yeah, he felt the pressure, he felt that he had the angle, and he just elevated his hips to put that pressure down and forward and cut off that blood to the brain, cut off that carotid artery, and slowly Aliev went to sleep. I've been put that's kind of like a front fluke. It's one of those chokes that it feels really tight, and then all of a sudden, it feels like there's nothing, and then the next thing you know, people are waking you up.
Let's take a look at the takedown here. The hip toss that has been so successful. Aliev resisted temporarily there, Randy.
He teetered, looked like he was gonna try and bring his hips in and shut it off, but Natan gave that little extra effort and brought him right over the top and put him on the bottom.
And he walked me through this finish.
And here, right here, look at that arm over the top. This arm right here over the top is a problem. This arm right over the top of Natan Schulte's head is the problem. What Natan's gonna do, he's gonna drive that pressure in this direction as he tries to pass. So when he gets to this full mount position, the pressure is too tight. Look at Natan's head. It's coming up, staying pinned to the ground, and that arm and Natan's right arm, this arm and this arm, those two things are collapsing on the neck of Aliev to cut off the blood to the brain. The carotid artery is gonna be blocked, and the blood doesn't get to the brain, and Aliev is just gonna slowly go to sleep. Watch that arm as he slowly passes out. He's gonna be wide, his eyes gonna be wide open, and that pressure just sinks in. It just look at his legs. Everything just goes off. He's turned off at this moment. Beautiful technique by Natan Schulte. Most guys will come off of that full mount position and circle to like a side control so that they can finish this choke. But Natan had that pressure from the top, and Aliev just goes to sleep with his eyes open. That's 2 chokes for Natan Schulte tonight. Both guys went to sleep with their eyes open.
Well, with $1 million on the line, especially in a choke, you don't want to tap. Both guys let themselves go all the way out. There's his cage side reaction. Barumpa excited to see his student moving on again to New York City on New Year's Eve.
Man, talk about beautiful technique against a high-level grappler, striker, and wrestler in Aliev.
Last season, Schulte did not like the narrative that people talked about him getting advantageous decisions and it was always a close fight. He wanted to show that he's a dominant champion. Well, he's finishing things this year, and in the lightweight playoffs, he choked 2 men unconscious. There's our final fight stats from Cageonomics. Excellent display by both men, but ultimately, the champion continues his quest. Lillian Garcia has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 2 minutes and 26 seconds into round number 2. Submission by Arm Triangle, and advancing to the 2019 PFL World Championship in the lightweight division, Natan Schulte!
Natan Schulte returning to a championship belt is a good enough story for me. But it also sets up the potential rematch. If Chris Wade can get past Loic Rajabov, he will have an opportunity to face off against his hated rival in New York City for a championship. This is exactly the drama that you are looking for with Professional Fighters League playoffs. There's Chris Wade in his locker room getting ready for his semifinal matchup. Caroline Pierce is inside the cage with our winner.
Thanks, Sean, huge congratulations. Another final, another chance for $1 million. I've got to tell your story. Before last season, you were shoveling snow to make money. You couldn't afford a car. With the PFL, you won that $1 million. You put that towards your training. What would another $1 million mean for you and do for you?
Parabéns pela vitória aí, você tem uma história muito difícil de batalha aí, e agora você ganhou $1 milhão, e agora você pode ganhar um segundo milhão. O que você vai fazer com o segundo milhão?
Ainda não tenho planos, mas já ir para a final eu fico muito feliz.
Yeah, I don't have any plan, but if I make it to the final, now that I'm in the final, I'm very happy.
Mas antes minha história eu já contei no PFL. Eu era um garoto de uma cidade pobre, humilde. Deus mudou minha vida, Jesus Cristo mudou meu coração. E hoje eu estou aqui e agradeço muito a Jesus Cristo e que Ele entre no coração de vocês.
Yeah, I come from a very poor town. I had a very hard life, and I want to thank God and Jesus Christ for getting me here.
Your performance has been excellent. I know last season you didn't like the talk about some of your decisions being close ones. You wanted to come out and make a statement this season. You've done that. Was that the strategy? Was that the plan? And how satisfied are you with those finishes?
Na última temporada você teve algumas lutas muito próximas de decisão e está perguntando se você dessa vez de repente se você não estava numa estratégia de definir a luta para não deixar para os juízes.
Meus coaches, o Luciano Macarrão, o Catel Cubes e o Parrumpa, o Marcos da Mata, eles me ensinaram uma estratégia para que eu chegasse aqui hoje e definisse todas as lutas que eu pudesse.
Yeah, something he planned with his coaches, and they wanted to develop a strategy to finish the fights because that's what they wanted to do.
And against a tough opponent in Akhmed Aliev, I got to ask you now, your final's either going to be against Lloyd Radzhabov or your arch rival Chris Wade. We know he wants that fight. What are you going to say about that? I think you said something earlier this week about you want to finish him dominantly if you get a chance next time.
Como é que está se sentindo em relação aí à próxima luta, os adversários que vão convir aí, qual que é a expectativa para os adversários?
Eu estou muito feliz, eu vou olhar quem vai para a final, mas independente de quem para a final, eu não ganhei nada, mas eu vou treinar muito para chegar no final do ano ser mais uma vez campeão do PFL.
He's excited, he wants to watch this fight, but it doesn't matter who's going to make it to the final, he's going to train hard to win again.
Your 2019 lightweight finalist, Natan Schulte. Congratulations. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah.